Space-time. 2. Early rose light calls from window. Jackrabbits bound. Flight occurs on ground. Where are my crow friends? Hawk brown circles school bathe in blue light. Students descend. Stairs fade into brilliance. Talks done. Talk begins. Black pen scratches white paper. Mind waxes. Sheds peacock feathers. How do you begin to think mired in thought and self doubt? Walk clears canvas, blank sheets beg, pull feet to mountain, ascend. What and that? What woman picked the corn, split the husk, and molded the seed that fed the people and opened the world? What bean climbed down the tree, made the savannah a refuge? Who caught the strike that lit the bush, that started the spark, that became the flame, that lit the hearth and traveled village to village? Hollowed horn of smoldering smoke that started the fire, that cooked the kill, that fed the self to grow so big. What worker birthed the child, cut the cord, swaddled it, and kept on going down her row? What mother walked thousands of miles with two hands held in those smaller than her own? What father carried his child over mountain tops, swam through rivers, crossed deserts and lakes with one arm? What prisoner pierced the lock, walked out into the sunshine? What grandparent let her daughter sleep while the child rose, bathed its skin in rosewater and lavender? Sang songs of ones and twos until it cooed back ohs and ahs, blowing bubbles. What woman picked the corn, split the husk, and spilled the seed that fed the people and opened our world? Tree friends. Talk grows deep in bereft woods. No human hands to mold or trim limbs. Tree friends decide the people are worth saving. They call to the gusts their desires, and off go tiny helicopters. Off go robins carrying seed. Forests take over farm fields. Thirsty limbs stretch to creeks. Gossip in the wood root web say, hill cousins spring where land was stripped. Children run under boughs. Leaves wind in wind currents. Folks do not mind scat, squirrels, birds leave. Trunks bend, sway, leaf whispers meander. Maybe the earth will not fade if we keep weaving shade and people can nap under our branches on clear sky fair days.
Winter was. Winter was ice cold. Winter was hard. Winter was a frozen soul. Winter was hibernating. Winter was before you came. Winter was magical. Winter was a life cycle of time. Climate change and everything melted. She is calling us to change. She is calling the light. She is calling the trees. Oak tree of strength, ash tree of kingship and craftsmanship, rowan to ward off harm, apple of wisdom, sycamore love, holly of life reborn. You, eternal life, horse chestnut journeys, hawthorn of protection, elder visions, willow healing, pine wishes granted, laurel protection. They know, they are connected. She listens. We hear her answer, her call.
On the question of war, to agree would be to give up life, embrace death, relinquish the cold night air, the sound of rain pitter-pattering on the leaves, and the gorgeous trees with roots so deep they must be what holds the earth together.
We went outside to throw snowballs, snowballs, snowballs. The like the snow pandemic, snow pandemic, snow, snow, snow. Can we throw snowballs? We're adults and we can throw snowballs. Have some fun, y'all, and throw some snowballs. Balls, balls, balls. Snowballs. What is in the snow as it fall? The snowflakes, the chemicals, the toxins in the air we breathe toxins. Toxins get inside us, in the air, in the snow, inside snowballs. Took a snowball to the laboratory. It told the story of what was in that snowball. Toxic chemicals, radioactive chemicals. We don't need to breathe in those chemicals. We then be them chemicals if we breathe in them chemicals that are in the snowballs, in the snow as it falls. It falls and fails us, and we fail the earth, and that hurts, We are supposed to give birth to a better earth, What about the earth? What about us? What about the snow? What about snowballs? What about the snow when it falls, y'all? We need to do better, we can do better. We need to do better, we can do better. When the snow falls, we can have cleaner snowballs. Think about it, y'all. Snowballs.
Luminism, the light that is in us. For those who let fire out of their fist chest, raise heart to blue moon and howl, who bear children or not, who lost one or chose to, because we are all complicit in breath and death and in the lives of each other. For a holy planet, sun cycle, and golden seasons, so light do we treat her, thinking we are not half blinks of history. Sand, our ancestor, Savannah, our first base. For the ones who escape and sparkle in the black ink night, constellation-like, with gold rings, blood diamonds that drip, cut the flesh around the finger, hold, blind, and bind. To remove is to suggest separation.
Arlanamor, my horses cochion. Arlanamor, my lilies gwanion. Arlanamor, my nghariadine. Yn cysgu'r nos a chodi'r bore ar lan y môr mae wastad lle bym yn siarad o amgylchon a cosmaru. llawn iawn yw'r môr o swnd a chregyn, llawn iawn melyn, llawn iawn, llawn iawn y dwylen. Ac yna y bwriwyd y celanedd yn y pair. O'n ei bo yn llawn, a chyfodent drannoeth y bore yn wir ymladd cystal a chynt, eithyr na allent ddywedyd. Cofio'r traeth yn hal y bore, cofio'r elin ar y tole, cofio hediad yr aderyn dros frig y don a heibio'r clogwyn.
After the first snow, bushes shake, white gifts, flecks, earth quakes, pine, oak, maple trees dance, lift limbs, bow. Burning bush trembles with each footstep, droplets thunder. Icicles on my birthday sparkle, clear candles, icy breath of pine cones, each branch breathes out clean. Dust off flakes, give thanks to the trunks who let me linger in their froth, a child again beneath this skin package. Winter's tongue landscapes the morning, silver palette, sleds come out of storing, children shriek, flock to the hill, carve runs all afternoon. Sweaty kid brows shine. Wings mimic waves. Albatrosses guard the island, float on edges. Wings mimic waves. They watch for intruders to these shores. Collective memory remains. Mayans shipped off to be slaves, carved back to earth, stone. Jagged edges carry bones home, wash them up to sand, shore. Rocks form new barrier reefs. Fish grow from marrow. Bones feed fish, people, the sea. Pelicans defend the island from pirates, marauders, people lost in their hearts who seek to tame sky and land. Fools think they are stronger than the arcs that beat the shore, the heartbeat of the ocean, the Caribbean, the ceaseless stroke of green foam carving out its initials into sandstone over and over. Sentinels circle the island, tilt black, glide on gusts, slide sideways, follow shoreline. White bellies, necks, two tail feathers move independent, bide the wind. Mornings in Mexico, feathers punctuate sky as far as eye can see, up and down the beach. Seabirds float sideways, shadow the page, fly as long as there are fish to eat. Sea burial. Backpacks, a week of groceries, no hospital for 200 miles, no wheels. I survived. On the island where once in a clearing we came upon an animal meeting, hooves and feathers flee, mass exodus. There lies part of me, my man, wedged beneath blinding white rocks, body whispers blood and rot, until sediment slides down the 15-foot cliff back to the sea. Campfire ashes circle the base. Where pelicans preen and eagles train to feed is our born too early zygote. My two became one. Female island ghost told me, sit in the water, let life wash out and back. Cool stone slabs, your throne. We know. A sea burial, a hollow tree, limestone markers. Moonpool. Planets splash, collide, split off from each other. Spiral crust constellations spark amoeba oceans that pull and push, bulge with the moon tides, rise and fall like women's cycles. Did it ever occur to you that we are seduced from the blast that rocked young Earth on its axis? Collision drifted particles, minerals and water, building blocks, carbon life deep in sea salt, rivers encircling the globe, to the microbes who grew fins, scrambled up on the beach, leaping for insects, skimming, bubbling on the moon pulled seawater to find they had legs and began a walk on the endless bottom, which was our beloved earth forming. Blue moon soars forth, witnesses the birth created, and the earth, mistress to its upheaval, blossoms in jade, floral, and fauna. Turquoise petals swim in the cool morning, sleep in unending black night, and the sun shines bright on all that blossoms dawn and is pleased. And tree limbs stretch forth, and creatures rise and fall from the skies, up from the emerald glass waters, up the riveted red soil, tumble down desert white moonscapes, scrabble up hilly mountains, nest in wildflower prairies. And the four-legged beasts that used four legs, then two in the trees and in the lowlands, came to see moon, father, sun, mother, and nod foreheads to the soft dark light. Raise sun-baked belly, sunflower faces to the glorious yellow sun. Bathe in the blue water, swell and bulge with the moon-pulled blood.
I'm Diana Woodcock, and I'll be reading two poems from my forthcoming book, Facing Aridity. The first one was inspired by the scene you see behind me, and I'll share my screen so that you can follow along. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Outside Longyearbyen, 800 miles from the North Pole, scientists counting and envisioning the cost of past and future disasters, even Syria's civil war, Aleppo's seed bank destroyed by bombing 2015, have tucked into a mountainside, insured in permafrost, ample space for 4.5 billion critical seed crops worldwide. If the worst should happen, this backup collection will safeguard vegetation, or is it mere speculation, no place feasible but the hereafter? But how to disentangle ourselves from earthly Arctic time and space? Standing in front of the entrance to the Doomsday Seed Vault, something about it putting a halt to doubt, I begin envisioning what the seeds are all about. Was it too late to practice faith? Dalal from Kuwait had brought seeds from her desert home, assuming she could contribute them right there and then. Tottering on the threshold of before and after, I prayed for faith as small as that biblical mustard seed. Immerse myself, I coaxed, in the hope of seeds that someday planted, they can reverse the damage. Feeling a thirst for roots, recalling the burning bush, her thorns and thistles are not the earth's original natural fruit. I wished upon a seed deposited just then in the scat of that snow bunting warbling and hunting insects beside the mountain stream, flowing past the global seed vault toward the sea under the midnight sun. Why we must not fast forward past the scene. Desperate to find resting space, they've scaled heights they shouldn't have, and now their poor eyesight's causing them to misjudge the distance to the sea. Tumbling off 250-foot high sharp cliffs to their deaths, one-ton marine mammals smash onto the rocky beach, and fellow pinnipeds below lie limp in crashing waves of Alaska's Chukchi Sea in these climate-changing days projected decades ago, coming sooner than expected. Sea ice habitats melting, fueling monster hurricanes, torrential rains, crop-killing droughts, and disease. It isn't hard to see. Loss of biodiversity and humanity's fate are intertwined. There's no time to waste. We must not cover our eyes, must realize and face the heartbreaking facts. Swiftly act to keep fossil fuels in the ground. Sound the alarm, whoever, wherever we are. Protest against all grotesque climate change deniers. Too soon, Pacific walrus's doom will be our own. From my desert home with its oil and gas fields, its tainted air and sickness everywhere, I pray for the lands of white vistas, glaciers and seas. May they stay free of oil slicks, protected from those with tricks up their sleeves. Pray we'll all rise up and believe in our right to demand and win climate justice for the walrus and for us. Thank you.
What sea tentacles did not tangle. The Liberty Bell clangs, wet tattered tots to wash ashore on Lesbos Island. The foghorn bellows, echoes wave passports. Dark heads bob towards land, the volcano. The sightless Parisian statue peels back the clouds, hovers her light, scans the water horizon for dank clothes, flaying arms, denim legs, clinging to the rail, circles. What sea tentacles did not tangle. Clammy ice, cold threats drag on women's teats. Babies cling to mothers' breasts. Life jackets, hands hold in breaths. Their chests inflate with sea air, hold no liquid yet. Civilians flee drone hits. Shoe soles slap pavement. Bodies slam for cover, dodge bricks, clay, splitting from their mortar past. Store-bought arms manufactured in the US. Water welcomes when world leaders condemn prayer rugs, hijabs, different names for the same beings, and not piles of gold or oil. Blood floods psychic landscapes. Strip bones rattle seabeds. Froth bodies swimming to shore sing their names in the sand. Synonymous. Woman wakes, wipes her face, stretches, walks 2 miles to mountain spring. Gardener unwinds hose, soaks palm tree roots. Patrons sip coffee, tea, orange juice, pinkies out. At the top of the Alps, snow skips winter. Salmon swims upstream, hits dam, bleeds. No eggs will blossom this season. Arroyos crack, dust spirals up and out, travels. Bobcats, coyotes, rabbits hunt water. Man in a jungle tilts black head, drinks dew from a banana leaf in the rose dappled morning. Suburban well in Wisconsin leaches lead, seeks 20-mile pipeline to drain Lake Michigan. Back in hotel, guests request fresh towels, strawberries in winter, champagne baths. You're still there. And did that sound okay?
It sounded great.
Okay. Okay, good. I was trying really hard to enunciate for you all.
No, it sounded great, and I'm so. I mean, you're a professional, so it shouldn't surprise me. But I'm very impressed by how you didn't need to stop and restart at all. Like, and the poetry is just really beautiful, and I love it as a group that you've curated together.
I looked at the art. I looked at what they wrote down in their description, and I tried to piece the poems to the art. So kind of like reverse ekphrastic poetry in some ways, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only experienced the very first one. I'm gonna stop the
Eisenbahn, die Fire! Hooray! We say hooray! Ka-ching, 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 little market, it goes. Ka-ching, 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 little market, it goes.
these. No more money, no more these.
White tornadoes of the land. Rain and flood don't take command. Soon our fronts will only stand. As steam runs out, fair wasteland. War adds numbers to the land. Elements on fire for profit.
Our world is on fire. Permafrost in Arctic fires. As we march with eyes wide shut. Towards our own place. Business as usual at what cost?
Hold on, listen to the scientists.
As mass extinction starts spreading fast.
Hold on, listen to the scientists.
Extinction needs forever last forever. Extinction means forever last forever lost. Now it's time to see clearly. See the truth and see the lie.
See the light.
Ignorance will guarantee. Millions more will have to die. Millions more will have to die. It will start an irreversible chain reaction.
Won't you, let's say, stop the chain reaction.
Don't let it spin out of control.
Won't you, let's say, stop the chain reaction.
We must awake, or we'll destroy our future. This is its plain and is as hard as truth can get. we'll have a choice. Act now and protect our future life on this planet. Or continue with our fossil-driven economy and fail.
And fail! And fail!
It is up to all of us. It is up to all of us. We can change the way we live, change the way we live in our societies. Carbon management can be done. Yes, it can be done to halt greenhouse gases.
We can change the way we live, change the way we live in our societies. Carbon management can be done. Yes, it can be done to halt greenhouse gases. Climate justice and equity is the policy we want to see. Carbon management can be done. Yes, it can be done to halt greenhouse gases.
Where are the politicians we need? We don't need just words. We need people that act. We need leaders that understand what global warming means to all of us. Our future is already burning. Can't you smell the smoke? Our world is on fire!